We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Good morning. Rise and shine. Wake the hell up. Get your coffee and your ramen noodles and start your day off right. If you have ever had that combination, then you owe the Lord an apology. If you had some coffee and ramen noodles, something is wrong with you. You need therapy. You need prayer. Good morning and welcome to the Morning Vantage. I am Van. This is episode number 29. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking that play button. Hopefully you hit that like button as well. That's the only price of admission for our live streams, is to simply hit the like button. Please let me know where you're watching or listening this morning. If it's whatever state you're in, whatever country you're in, if you're in the car listening, if you're at work listening, you know what I mean? If you got us up on your TV screen at home and I'm scaring the dog with my crazy face and sometimes liberal ways. The dog probably think I'm a Democrat. You be like, I told you he's not a Democrat. And they be trying to talk to you. I think he is a Democrat. He say some things that seem a little liberal sometimes. I don't know. We got a couple of things to discuss today. I hear word on the street is Bernie Sanders is doing a world tour. But you ain't hear this part from me. Apparently, Jasmine Crockett and AOC are beefing. Why would I lie? Why would I make that up? Why would I make that up? Huh? Why would I make that up? Shout out to my man D. Brant on the computer inside of the man cave in Tennessee. Wham, 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 wham. Thank you so much for watching this morning. Brant out Tennessee to Tennessee. Shout out to Carol. Good morning from MJ. NJ, New Jersey. All right, shout out to New Jersey. Thank you so much for pulling up and watching and listening this morning. Shout out to Donna, New York State. All right, not New York upstate New York. Shout out to Ian, who's out Florida. Thank you so much for pulling up, Ian. What's up, Jane, out Pittsburgh, PA? Yeah. PAR out Illinois. Thank you. Man, I got people all over the place, man. So when I pull up in y'all state, try to act like y'all know a brother. You know what I mean? Let me know where I can get the best wings and mumbo sauce. Shout out to Colorado. Courtney is out Meeker, Colorado. South Carolina. Shout out to Ramona King. What's going on, everyone? Yeah, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot out Maine. And Aaron is in Vegas, baby. Shout out to Wisconsin. Yeah, Ohio. Cleveland. This is for you. I'm not going to tell y'all who said that because that would trigger y'all early in the daggone morning. And I ain't about that life this morning. We got some things to discuss, man. I'm a little upset because I didn't have it's certain news that I was introduced to when I very first came to my computer. I did not hear about it until I got to my computer this morning. And I'm talking to Treebeard. Shout out to Treebeard, who helps out from the background. The brother is sharp. Shout out to Treebeard, man, who's also going to be putting in work on bigger networks. Bigger content creators are hiring this guy to do some amazing things. So, yeah. Show love to Treebeard while y'all have him, because next thing you know, he's going to be working with Joe Rogan. Just know that he started here. Shout out to Treebeard, man. Shout out to Texas, Diana Ruiz. So yeah, I received some information today about something that happened at the Israel embassy in Washington, D.C. Bruh, I promise you, it's like some people just don't want there to be peace. They're like, man, F peace. I want there to be chaos. It's going down, man. We need to fight. Like, it's always got to be something dirty and dark. And I hate that, man. And we're supposed to hate it. People who love the only one true God, they just, bruh. We're not about to discuss that right now. You take that off, brother. I appreciate it, though. But I just want y'all to understand, man, we need to pray hard. We need to pray hard. I'm talking about with all we got. We need to stop like bickering about BS all the daggone time. All right. Shout out to all my people, man. Kashmir out San Diego. Your real name is Kashmir. That's like one of the coolest names in the world. I can imagine walking up in the building and somebody say, man, what's your name? Or I'll order some food. You know what I mean? Let me get 4 wings with some shrimp pasta and some of y'all hush puppies. What's the name for the order? Kashmir. What? Yeah, Kashmir. That's a cool name, Jack. My name, Kashmir. Could you imagine? My life would have been completely different in school if my name was Kashmir. Like, do you know? First time I heard the word Kashmir is when I watched Seinfeld, and they was making all this noise about a really nice sweater that somebody had on the show. Ooh, that's cashmere. Ooh, that's cash. And they was real excited about it. And I'm like, what's cashmere? I'm in my 20s. Never heard cashmere a day in my life until I watched, or was I in my 30s? Probably was in my 30s. Yeah, I've never heard cashmere a day in my life until I watched Seinfeld. Yeah, shout out to Elaine Bennett with her non-dancing self. She can't dance for nothing. I promise you she can't dance. Shout out to all my people, man. Shout out to VA. We got people in Virginia, obviously. Never got into Seinfeld. Well, you need to get into Seinfeld. Seinfeld was absolutely hilarious. A genius show. Shout out to Connecticut. We got people in Connecticut. Said killer food is in Connecticut. Everybody think that there's good food in your state. Everybody. People in Maine say, we got good food in Maine. People in Pennsylvania, we got the best food in Pennsylvania. And then they break it down in cities. We got the best cheesesteaks in Philadelphia. Man, please. New York think they got good food. Chicago think they got good food. California think they got good food. And none of y'all got better food than Washington, D.C. and Maryland. And I stand on that. I box you for it. Yeah. He said gumbo. Yeah. Louisiana. Shout out to Louisiana. They said Louisiana is the best. Oklahoma, their food is trash. Oklahoma's food is garbage. South California's food is garbage. South Jersey's food is trash. Ain't nobody food better than DC and Maryland, man. I stand on that. I stand on it. They said California got great Mexican food. All right, guys, let's go and get into it. The very first story I want to discuss is Megyn Kelly and Jake Tapper. Bruh. Megyn Kelly gave him the business. I want y'all to see this because Megyn, it's about time. Like, everybody get to a point in their career where they want to write a book and do a tell-all and act like they was on the right side and they was always objective and coming from a true space. She calls him out so bad. It was horrible the way Jake Tapper couldn't tap dance any harder. He was trying his best to get around what she was throwing at him. He couldn't do nothing with it. Shout out to Jane. It's Jane's birthday. Happy birthday to Jane. Also, happy birthday to Emily. Happy birthday to Emily. Shout out to Emily, who is inside of our coaching group. Happy birthday to Emily. Y'all make sure that y'all show some love to Emily as well, because today is Emily's birthday too. Would you say today is Shoemaker's birthday? Happy birthday to Shu. Happy birthday to Jane. Who else birthday is it? Y'all let me know so I can give y'all a birthday shout out. All right? Yeah. Let me know whose birthday it is so I can give you a birthday shout out. Where's Jane? Where's Jane? Jane? Let me see where Jane is from. She said it's her birthday. I would not have a better morning than listening to Van on my birthday. Shout out to Jane Shoemaker. Yeah. Happy birthday, Jane. Hopefully you have an amazing birthday. And hopefully you've already given God all praise, glory, and honor for this day. You've been able to see 25 for another time. Like, yeah, how old are you? Are you scared to tell everybody? They showing the hell of love inside the chat, man. Look at y'all loving on y'all people, man. That's dope. Hey, do me a favor. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. That's the only price of admission for these live streams is to simply hit the like button. We have not had 1,000 people inside of the chat in a long time. I would like that to happen. But in order for that to happen, we need to have them likes up. All right? Just so YouTube can know that we're doing our thing over here. All right? So hit that like button so people can pull up and, bring their day in right. Bring their day in with the LFR family. This is how it's supposed to be. All right? I do realize that some people are stuck in traffic. If you're stuck in traffic, it's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? Pay attention to the road. Stop digging up your nose unless you got tint and nobody can see you. Yeah. That's my 2 pennies. Hit that like button, guys. Run this thing up. Run this thing up. Happy birthday to Steve. Is Steve birthday too? Steve said it's his birthday. Who is Steve? Let me see. Steve. His birthday is tomorrow. All right, so we'll say happy birthday to Steve tomorrow. Don't say happy birthday to Steve. Do not say happy birthday to Steve. It's Jane Shoemaker's birthday. Jane's birthday and Emily in the LFR family coaching group. Shout out to Emily. Happy birthday to Emily and happy birthday to Jane Shoemaker. Yeah, let's go. And happy birthday to Princess. Is that all the birthdays? All right. You off work today. Shout out to John Verstratton. He said that he's off work today. His second father's funeral is today. Okay. All right. Well, try to make the best of your day. Send my love to your family. Tell them I said what up. And tell them I said tap into the LFR Family Morning Vantage, episode number 29. And make sure you guys check out the earlier episodes if you have it. All right? Okay, let's go and get into it. The first story is this right here. We're going to go ahead and cover this Jake Tapper demolishing that Megyn Kelly gave him. Thanks again, guys, for pulling up. Make sure y'all encourage people to hit that like button when they pull up. Thank you.
I did ask Joe Biden to be transparent about his health records in an interview in 2020. I did ask him about the fact that voters
then he wasn't.
Thought that he was not transparent at all. No,
he promised you that he would be transparent about his health records, and then he wasn't. And when you sat with him again,
at all.
including 1 month after the Jackie Walorski thing, you didn't ask him about it. You didn't follow up on the fact that he was falling up the stairs, that he was losing his train of thought regularly, that he was slurring, that he was incomprehensible, that he was getting lost on the White House lawn. You sat right across from him and you asked none of that, notwithstanding the fact that he had promised you he would be fully transparent about his health issues. You know as well as I do that there's a way of, you can say, hey, there's this poll on your age, or you could say, you just forgot that Jackie Walorski was dead. You asked where she was moments after watching a videotape tribute to her. You lowered the flags at the White House after she died. This happened 13 days before you sat with him. There is a way of pressing a man like that on the actual infirmities to bring it home to him and to the audience, and you didn't do it. It wasn't just that. I mean, you sat with him a couple of times in the course of his presidency, and these issues were not pressed. Well, there was at least that time, and then there was the time at the beginning. And but separate and apart from that, you covered the Biden's presidency. No. Let me just finish my point. You covered the Biden presidency. Okay, right. And it was 13 days after the Jackie Walorski thing. But you covered the Biden presidency aggressively throughout the 4 years, and you didn't cover mental acuity hardly at all. I mean, time and time again, when issues came up, you seemed to be running cover for the president. You didn't seem interested. Do you want to apologize to Lara Trump now?
I've already apologized to her. I called her months ago.
I feel angry because she was right. And not only did you not allow her to make her comments, but you seemed to try to humiliate her. You had a hostility toward the position, but she was totally right. And then you lectured
So-
her on how she was in no position to diagnose cognitive decline, which
Okay.
you guys do at length, including on
Well-
page 4 of your book. You describe at length his cognitive decline, which is all she tried to do with you. But you had such a visceral reaction to her.
Joe Biden has been saying stupid things for decades. Okay.
I get what you're
he's
saying,
been-
but this
been-
minimizes it too, because it was
No,
more
I'm
than
not
saying
minimizing it at
stupid
all.
things. But I'm telling you, like over here in my ecosphere, we were covering all of these. It wasn't just falling down; it was getting lost. It was some of the stuff you report in your book. We knew, and we were reporting on, like the multi-jump cuts in the videos of him, where it was obvious he couldn't get through a 1-minute take, so they had to use those. It was clear to us that he was using teleprompter, and there was some reporting on that at the time, all of which the White House was denying. Now, with the current White House, I have some connections. With the Joe Biden White House, I had none, but you did. You did. And so while
that's-
you've been in Washington 30 years, Jake, you guys, you and CNN have White House connections, but there was no effort, none to get to the bottom of this. And now for
That's
you guys
not
to write this
accurate.
book, like there was a cover up. It's like there was a cover up and there was an attempted cover up. It could only ever work if you allowed it.
Clean up on aisle 9. Clean up on aisle 9. There's a Jake Tapper on the floor. We need cleanup on aisle 9. She bullied that boy. That's how you're supposed to do it. Hold them people accountable. You've been working in Washington for what? You've been reporting on Washington for 30 years? At some point, you need to start being a little bit fair, a little bit objective. You say, Joe Biden has been saying stupid things for a long time. Okay. We're not talking about the stupid. See, you're trying to cover that up. You're trying to say, well, he's always saying stupid stuff. Me actually reporting on it is not news. Nah, that's a cover up, bro. You're trying to dismiss it. And we don't do dismissals around here. All right. You wasn't dismissing anything Trump was doing. You wasn't dismissing anything Trump said or any MAGA Republican said. You didn't give him any type of fire whatsoever. You just was babying him and protecting him because that was your marching orders. But he can't say that. He can't say that that was my marching orders. Who will come out and just outright say that was my marching? Those were my marching orders. I'm sorry, but those were my marching orders. What can I say? The powers that be told me to say this. Nah, he can't say that. Now, I want to keep it a buck. I used to be a big fan of Jake Tapper. Okay. A lot of y'all know that I voted Democrat all my entire life. All my life. All right. Except for in 2024, when I decided to step in that booth and vote for Trump. All right. And it took me, Lord. I remember when I very first started doing content for any type of political content, any type of political commentary. And somebody said, hey, you should check out some Thomas Sowell. I'm like, I don't know who Thomas Sowell is. Why not? Oh, he's a black guy. Oh, he's a black conservative man. Let's hear what he has to say. Jesse Lee Peterson. Start checking him out. Wow, this dude is sharp. Crazy. Jesse Lee Peterson is nuts. Jesse Lee Peterson is a wild boy. He's one of them uncles that be like, oh, Unc, did you just now say that? He will say something and just start laughing. Beta. You're like, bruh, did you just now say that? And he just be looking at you, just laughing, pointing at you. Beta. The dude is wild. I cut him on. I cut on one of his videos one time. And this dude said, he said, we need more white babies. And he said, White History Month. He said, Happy White History Month, everybody. And I said, what? He said, yeah, July is White History Month. It just feels white. And then he started laughing. Beta, like this dude is wild. I promise you. But when I got into this lane, right, I thought it was absolutely hilarious, man, because I'm checking out all these black people who are conservative. And I didn't know that there was any black conservatives. I thought that there was Michael Steele. Who else? Colin Powell. Who else? Who else? It's like 3 more. I thought it was like 5 total in the entire United States. I thought there was 5 black conservative people in the entire United States. And then somebody introduced me to a Candace Owens. And I was like, wait, whoa. I heard about her. This little black lady, this little black girl, young black girl, then got canceled by the black community aggressively. They went in on her. She need a perm. She dating white men. She da. She hate herself. All this stuff. And I was like, I ain't going nowhere near no. I would check out Jesse Lee Peterson. I'll check out some Thomas Sowell. I'll check out my anybody else that y'all put in front of me, but I ain't checking out no Candace. And then I said, you know what? Let me go and check out no Candace. I'll check out some Candace. I ain't no punk. And I started checking out Candace. And I fell in love, man. Not with Candace, but her boldness. The fact that she stood on business. The fact that she put facts out there. And that's what made her so bold. Like she didn't have to apologize because what she was saying was true. And I realized that a lot of people were holding back the truth just so they not look like they are going against the group that they are supposed to represent. And I loved it, man. That fire in her. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I like that. If you want to know why myself and many other content creators that look like me got into conservative politics, it's because of Candace. Shout out to Candace, man. Shout out to Candace. And then we started discovering people like Officer Tatum, Black Conservative Perspective, and many other content creators who was already on it. They was like, welcome to the party. We already been here, bro. Let me put you up on game. And I loved it. That type of energy, it fueled the fire in me that I didn't know was there. So I started looking into into politics, and I started putting together my own ideas, man. Like, oh, whoa, I didn't know that this was, wow. This is wild. This is crazy. So I started talking about it, man, and it's been beautiful. It hasn't been completely beautiful. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. It hasn't been completely beautiful. Friends and relatives and co-workers, they stopped following me on social media. You know what I mean? It's all good. It kind of hurt me a little bit. I don't get invited to no Christmas parties at DOD no more. That kind of hurt me a little bit. I like cake. I like pig feet. I like hog maw. Invite me to a Christmas party. I like to dance while holding the candy cane in my hand. Huh? Gonna punish me because I got a different political ideology than you? That's crazy. So I used to listen to Jake Tapper. I used to listen to Don Lemon. I used to think that Don Lemon was fair. I promise you, I used to think Don Lemon was fair. I didn't even know he was gay. It wasn't even important until the last administration made it a point to just, everybody, come on out the closet. Come on. Everybody, open up the closets. Go get the closets. Open up the closets. Everybody, open up the closets. We're gonna flood the block. Just it's raining men. It's raining men. It just went crazy. Then Don Lemon just started showing that dude was just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm telling my daggone age when I say that. Old school. Y'all know that one. If I say cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, some people know what I'm talking about. How many of y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Let me know in the chat. So my journey has been amazing. I've learned a whole lot. But then I checked out this one guy, right? And it was a black dude who went to a MAGA rally. And I promise you, when I checked out this video, I was afraid for him. I was scared for him. He looked like, what did he look like? He looked like a runaway slave who was being saved by white people. and he was fearful. Okay, let me just explain this, okay? Y'all know what slave eyes is? Okay, so I'm wrong for this. I'm gonna let y'all know that I'm dead ass wrong for this. When I was doing content on TikTok, and this is already when I started doing my conservative, well, I started doing content on TikTok before I started doing conservative politics, right? Commentary or reactions or any of that. And I was just doing my own skits. I'm goofy, man. I'm gonna let y'all know that I'm goofy as hell. And I have no filter, none whatsoever. If you hear me speaking and I'm not cursing and I'm not being completely irate and belligerent, it's because I have a bit of control now. I know I'm listening. I'm paying attention to myself, right? And I realized and I learned something about the Dunning-Kruger effect, all right? I know that I don't know as much as I thought I once knew. So I'm not as bold with my assumptions and thoughts on certain things because I'm still learning. I'm very new at this. So when I tell people that when it comes to politics, I'm a novice, I mean that 1000%. Okay? So I was watching the dude, I was on TikTok and I said, when you're doing reactions, check this out. Don't fuss at me when I tell you this. I'm putting y'all up on game, just a little bit of game, right? All right, so I was teaching people how to do when I hit 250,000 subscribers. I said, I want to teach people how to do reactions. I want to teach people how to do this YouTube thing. YouTube has literally changed my life. It has changed my life. Like, you got people, regular people, going from making $40,000 a year to potentially making $40,000 a month doing content creation. You did not hear me wrong. Yes, people are actually making that, and that's like an average. So I was trying to teach people how to do content creation. And I said, all you got to do is when you make your thumbnails, do the slave eyes. Well, first of all, you got to do the Home Alone face, okay? In your thumbnails, you got to make sure you got that Home Alone face, that, you know what I mean? Like you're shocked. All right. So then you gotta bring a little bit of slave eyes into it, right? Now, this is disrespectful. Listen, first of all, I want to apologize to Mark Lamont Hill for this. I want to apologize to Swollen Martin for this. I'm even going to apologize to Stephen A for this. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and apologize to Shannon Sharp. I'm apologize to all the Negroes out there who might be offended by what I'm about to say. All right. So when you're doing the, I'm just ridiculous. Van, don't do this. No, I'm doing it. Don't do it, bro. No, I'm doing it. All right. So when you're doing your thumbnails, you got to do the Home Alone face to act like you're shocked. Right? Then if you throw in a little bit of slave eyes, you know, like that's that's when you're looking, trying to make sure ain't no dogs coming or the police that's on horseback. You got to make sure that they not coming. So your eyes get big and you're looking like. So if you got the Home Alone face and you got the slave eyes at the same time on your thumbnail, bruh, that's a recipe for 100,000 views immediately. Immediately. It got to a point, let me tell you something. It got to a point, I was doing so well in my videos with my thumbnails that I stopped doing them because I felt bad as a black man. I felt like I was doing my people dirty by doing the slave eyes in the thumbnail because it actually worked. Like, let me tell you something. Hold on. I'm trying to tell y'all this. And this has to do with that black dude that went to the MAGA rally for the first time. This dude was walking inside. I promise you, if you go and look at the video, LFR family, black guy at the MAGA rally, go check that video out. So the brother was at the MAGA rally with the slave eyes on the entire time. This dude was scared as hell. He looked like a damn an escaped slave. He was like this. You promise? They're not going to attack me, are they? They're not going to attack me, are they? They're not going to try to fight me. Am I going to be okay if I go in there? Please tell me I'm going to be okay if I go in there. The dude was acting scared as hell. Slave eyes was on 1,000. Again, I apologize to Swollen Martin. I apologize to all the race hustlers out there. I even apologize to Jasmine Crockett. I apologize to Whoopi. The dude was up in the daggone, he was up in a MAGA rally thinking he was about to be attacked by white people. And then he's going to say, what about 1619? What about 1619? And they was like, what about 1619, bro? Why the hell you at a political rally talking about 1619? What the hell does this have to do with slavery? People are walking in this bad boy with smiles on their faces, American t-shirts, and a red and white hat that says, make America great again. And you talking about 1619. So I watched that joint and I had fun, man. I'm like, yo, but I'm going to tell you something. People on TikTok, they are still mad at me for talking about damn slave eyes. Do not tell people to put no slave eyes on no thumbnail. It's ridiculous. My wife is mad at me, actually, because we were just having a serious conversation about the slave trade, right? And she said, what do you think? How do you feel about slave trade? I said, first of all, I don't believe it. She said, what you mean you don't believe it? I said, well, you want to know how they got us on the ship? She said, wait a minute. Don't say nothing stupid. You know how they got us on the ship. They forced us. They had guns. They had little what's the little one shooters where they stuff a whole bunch of powder into it. They put some pellets in it. They stuff a whole bunch of powder into it. So I said, that's not how they got this on the ship. She said, so how they get on the ship? I said, you really want to know? She said, yeah. How did they get us on the slave ship? I said, do you really want to know? She said, stop playing with me with your black ass. That's how my wife talked to me. Pray for her. All right. So she said, stop playing with me with your black ass. Right. I said, okay, this is how they got us on the slave ship. She said, how did they get us on the slave ship? I said, they told us it was going to be a free cruise. A nigga like a free cruise. Do not promise a black person something free. They told us it was going to be a free cruise. We showed up with our t-shirts, ready to have a good time, our shorts, our sandals. We was ready to go and have a great time. And then surprise, they enslaved us. God damn. Me and my wife was beefing for probably like 3 months after that. Yeah. Me and my wife was beefing for like 3 months after that. I promise you. Good Lord. I told y'all, man, and I try not to say the retarded word that starts with re when referring to me, but I think I am. But that's okay, because I got the LFR family. They're with me. They support me, and I'm good. I'm good. They should have never gave some people the internet. Hey, everybody, I'm some people. All right, so my wife is mad at me about that because she said that's not funny. That's not funny at all. Don't you ever. And again, guys, I apologize to Swollen Martin, Stephen A., Michael Jordan, black people, whatever black people I can apologize to. Charles Barkley, Jasmine Crockett, Murray McLeod Bethune, I apologize to her. And Auntie Maxine Waters. All right, so let's go on. Let's go on to our next story, man. I don't know what made me go through all of that, but yeah. Van is a little slow sometimes. Surprise. Surprise. All right, let's get into it. Our first story, man. We want to talk about how Trump manhandled this dude, man. Trump manhandled this brother. He manhandled this brother. He had the South African president here inside the White House. And we're going to get to the Israel embassy situation. And guys, thank y'all so much for pulling up. Let me read my super chats before I move forward. And listen, don't judge me, guys. Please don't judge me. All right? I'm Van. And this is the Morning Vantage, episode number 29. I'm a weirdo. I admit to it. I ain't running away from it. It is what it is. A lot of y'all are weirdos too. That's why we're connected. Did you know that? See, God told me that we will find each other. Shout out to Myron Golden. There's this guy who teach business through biblical principles, right? And he said that if you want to know what your purpose is in life, then say this one prayer. Write this down or record this if you have not heard, if you haven't heard this before. And I don't care if you're 40, 50, or 60. Some of y'all still don't know your purpose in life. Y'all are coasting. Y'all are on cruise control. Some of y'all have made beautiful families and all this other stuff and still have not lived up to your purpose. I mean, I'm just saying. But he said, if you want to know your purpose, say this prayer. Y'all ready? It goes, Dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the thing you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serve the people that you will have me to serve. That's how I go. It say, Dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the thing you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serve the people that you will have me to serve. And I believe that God is putting me in front of the people I'm supposed to be in front of so that I can do whatever he needs me to do. As crazy as I am, y'all already know I put God and family before anything. And because of my newfound love for the country is number 3. I put country. I used to be at a position where I did not like this country at all. A lot of y'all will learn that about me too, if you haven't already. A lot of my blues, a lot of my LFR family who've been here for a minute, they know me. They know my story. They know some of it anyway. They know a lot of it based off of what I told y'all. But please don't go out there repeating the slave eyes thing. Okay. If anybody asks you about YouTube advice, do not tell them to do slave eyes in their thumbnail. Okay. Don't do it. You know, I started rebelling against myself and I didn't. If you go back and look at my thumbnails, I promise you, I got the most ridiculous thumbnails in all of YouTube. In all of YouTube, if you go and look, you're going to be like looking at my face like, man, this dude is crazy. This dude is nuts. He's nuts. He's insane. All right, let me go ahead and read these super chats. Thank you for the super chats, guys. Peter Ortiz, Coach Van, Owens, and Soul preach the truth. Yeah. Thank you so much, Peter. Big Blue reacts. What's some lefty channels I can dabble in? Gotta be unbiased and at least see what they are talking about. I would say Mark Lamont Hill. Check out Mark Lamont Hill. Also, check out Roland Martin. I mean, if you want to be, I'll say if you want to be unbiased, check those channels out, please. Just because you have a firm belief in one direction, and I love this question. Because he's actually looking for the truth, but he don't want to be settled in an echo chamber. I love this for you, bro. I love this for you, man. Go listen to them channels because they give it to you raw. Every single day, they go in on MAGA Republicans. They go in on Trump. They always give you a different perspective that is heavily rooted in socialism, in racism and white supremacy. And the white man is holding us down. We oppressed. We can't do anything. Hold on one second. Yeah, that's my champagne over here. Yeah, and that's my steak. And that's my steak. And that's my champagne. Bring that over here. Thank you. All right. And when I'm done, make sure the valet parked my Bentley where he's supposed to park it. And if there's a scratch on it, I'm going to scratch his ass. Yeah. So the black man, we cannot get ahead because we're melanated. That's what you're going to get from Roland Martin. That's what you're going to get from Mark Lamont Hill, but you're going to get a different side. I say watch him. For real. If you want that middle ground, I mean, not middle ground, far left opinion from people that look like us, that's where you go. Mark Lamont Hill. Roland Martin. Oh, and Van Lathan. Van Lathan used to be on TMZ. He has his own podcast and YouTube channel, Van Lathan. I want you to check those out. All right. And they come from the perspective of an educated black. The people who support them are people who graduated from HBCUs. Y'all see, I'm wearing Norfolk State. Shout out to Norfolk State. Yeah, shout out to Norfolk State. I am not an alumni. Me and my wife, we went there when we were fresh out of high school in '96, and my pullout game was trash. I ended up getting her pregnant. She stayed in school as long as she possibly could, been pregnant. I dropped out and started working immediately. Why? Because I grew up without a father, and I said, I'd be damned if my children grow up without a father. You out your damn mind, bro. So, but what they represent on those channels, they have people from Howard University, Norfolk State, Hampton, you name it, NCAT. They have people from all these HBCUs who are sitting beside each other or streaming with each other, letting black people know how oppressed we are. Yeah, make that make sense. We're free men, we're educated, we're successful, doing far better than our ancestors. We got properties, we got businesses we're running. A lot of our friends are white. A lot of our co-workers are white, but we want to just sell oppression to our people. Go to Roland Martin, Mark Lamont Hill, and Van Lathan's show, and you'll get all of that. If you want a little bit of, another side, so that you're not stuck in a conservative echo chamber. All right. That was a great question, by the way. Thank you, Big Blue. I believe you are ready for your own website. You are too funny and a great motivator. Keep up the awesome work. God bless you. Chris Quaz, that's very nice and very sweet. I appreciate that. No, really, I really appreciate that. My wife she just thinks I just need to shut this whole thing down and just stop embarrassing our family. Sometimes you gotta laugh through your pain, man. Sometimes you gotta laugh through your pain. I just try to be myself, man. And I appreciate those who appreciate me as well. Even if you don't like me, I still like you. As a matter of fact, I don't like you. I don't like you. I love everybody. You got to earn that like. That's just how I am. But I love everybody. I promise you. We will have a fight today, and I will love on you tomorrow. I will even pay a bill if you need it. I promise you. That's just how I am. Like, I have a good heart, man. So, yeah, thank you so much, Chris. That means a lot. It really does. It means a lot. Thank you. Keep fighting a good fight. Love your channel. Baja, is this Baja, California in the house? Yeah, Tijuana border jumper. Listen, man, I want to come to Cali so bad. Speaking of, I got one of my clients, beautiful young lady. She's gorgeous. She's an artist. She's a songwriter and singer, and she's out Cali. She's about to throw her own show. She's about to give her own show with other artists in California on June 1st. If y'all can, make sure y'all check that out. Make sure y'all check that out. The name of her YouTube channel is Lige, the music maker. All right, Lijie. Awesome young lady. Y'all make sure y'all go check her out. And thank you so much, Tijuana, the border jumper, and Chris Quaz and Big Blue. I appreciate you. Testing. My super chats have been going through. 1320 Bushido. If you sent another one and I didn't see it, I apologize, man. I don't see any others, but thank you so much for this. I appreciate it. All right. Living life, love, I'm loving. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. And also, Trump did a McKinney. I was laughing. He did a McInerney. He did a McInerney. He did a McInerney. What did McInerney do? Because I did not like that little girl. I swear. There was a little white girl that's on the show with what's her name? What's her name? Little I can't say sexy thing. Every time I say something nice about a woman, I promise you I hear squeaks on the steps. I hear the walls shake. That's the spirit of my wife. Just let me know. Don't you dare lust after a woman on TV. Yeah, what's her daggone name? Guys, what's her name? Y'all know the lady I like. What's the lady name? She's on the show with Callie McInerney. She's on that show with Callie, and she's a I don't know if she's Hispanic. What is she? Emily. That's her name. Emily Compagno. Woo! Emily Compagno. Emily Compagno. Emily Compagno. Emily Compagno. Emily Compagno, I want to interview you, girl. I want to interview you. Yeah. Okay, moving on. And we got one more. Let me read this. It's from Tijuana Border Jumper. Sarah Sanders was a force to be reckoned with. She was one of the best. Shout out to Sarah Sanders, man. And shout out to you, Tijuana Border Jumper, and all of Cali. Let's get into our next story, man. Trump is a beast. Trump is a beast. When I was thinking about voting for Trump, I broke out in a rash on my arm. I promise you, I think I was stressing that much because I knew I was about to make the right decision. But because of how Black America, the left, Black Democrats, how Black Democrats all talk about Trump, I felt like I felt like I was doing my people a little dirty. Just gonna keep it a buck with y'all, man. Just gonna keep it a buck. But I promise you right now, May of 2025, May 22nd, 2025, after voting for Trump in November of 2024, I feel great, like Tony the Tiger, with my decision for voting for Trump. I promise you, man, this dude is getting it done. I have not seen any president show himself this mighty in front of other dignitaries and presidents and world leaders like this dude has been doing. He demands respect from everybody that he meets, no matter where you are, what country you represent. He don't care. He stands on business. And I don't even want to disrespect black people or white people, but I want to say this, man. And don't feel disrespected about what I'm about to say, but this is coming from a good place. Trump is the closest thing that we've had to a Black president. That's the only time I'm going to say that. Not going to repeat that, but I'm just saying how he, come on, he just got that. What? Did you just say to me? He got that, like, if you are president of another country, you ain't disrespecting that dude at all. He got that, what? Hold up, what? I'm sorry, say that one more time. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. Come here. I ain't gonna do nothing. Come here. Come here, man. I'm sorry, you said what? You gonna do what to my country? What? This dude's a dog, man. He's a dog. Don't put Bill Clinton out there. Bill Clinton was getting head inside the White House. Bill Clinton could play a saxophone and all that stuff. But Trump, please. Trump be like, man, what? No, I ain't letting nothing go. I want to hear what he has to say. He said something. I want to hear what he has to say. I'm sorry, you say what? Bruh, he's a dog. He's a dog, man. Let me tell you something. He's a dog in a good way. For real. And he's respectful. He's not belligerent. He's not cursing these dignitaries and these presidents out, these world leaders out. He's just letting them know we are the #1 nation. You need us more than we need you. When you come to us correct. Period. Y'all had a free ride for a long time. I'm changing everything. I don't care how much you bitch and moan. It's over. The party over. That dude is the closest thing to a black president I've ever seen. I'm sorry. And I voted for Barack Obama twice. My wife has pictures and books of Michelle Obama in her office, all over her office. I'm just saying. Let me be quiet, man. Let me go ahead and play this right here. This happened yesterday. Trump was had this South African president inside the White House. I want y'all to see exactly how this thing went down. This is a much better, the volume on this one is much better than the one yesterday. I want y'all to see this. Look at the South Africans, the president of South Africa. Look at his mannerisms. Look at how much he respects Trump. This ain't just about I'm just being nice to you so I can get money. This dude respects Trump. It's called healthy fear. He has a healthy fear of Trump, which is good. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already, guys. Let's go and jump into it. And make sure you share this bad boy on Reddit, LinkedIn, Facebook groups, and X. And if you share it on X, please tag me so I can show you some love.
It will take President Trump listening to the voices of South Africans, some of whom are his good friends, like those who are here. When we have talks between us on the quiet table, it will take President Trump to listen to them. I'm not going to be repeating what I've been saying. I would say if there was Afrikaner farmer genocide, I can bet you these three gentlemen would not be here, including my Minister of Agriculture. He would not be with me. So it'll take him, President Trump, listening to their stories, to their perspective. That is the answer to your question.
But Mr. President, I must say that we have, wait. We have thousands of stories talking about it. Sure. And we have documentaries, we have news stories, and that is Natalie here, somebody here to turn that? I could show you a couple of things, and it has to be responded to.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see the articles, please, if you would, and turn the lights down. Turn the lights down, and just put this on. It's right behind you, Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do with or with.
Now, I paused it real quick because I want y'all to see what happens after he plays this. The president of South Africa, he's going to see all of those white crosses that represent unalive bodies of white South Afrikaners, whatever the heck that means, Afrikaners. And he's going to say, I don't even know what that is. Where is that? Is that in my country? Where is that? Is that really in my country? We need to do something about that right now. Where is that? Huh? It's in New York, South Africa. We need to get there. And we need to get rid of that immediately. We need to fix that. We need to watch this, man. He gonna fake like he don't know where it is, bro. Please, man. We know you know where it is, bro.
Without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. So who can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament? Yes, honorable member. Must never be scared to kill a revolution.
Now this is very bad. These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers, and those cars are lined up to pay love on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross, and there's approximately 1,000 of them. They're all white farmers, the family of white farmers. And those cars aren't driving, they're stopped there to pay respects to their family member who was killed. And it's a terrible sight. I've never seen anything like it. Both sides of the road, you have crosses. Those people were all killed.
Have they told you where that is, Mr. President? No, I'd like to know where that is, because this I've never seen. Okay.
I mean, it's in South Africa. That's where.
We need to find out.
Yo, y'all see what he said? Have they told you where that is, Mr. President? I'd like to know where that is. Where is that, Zinzima? I don't know where that is, Mr. President. We need to look into that, Mr. President. And then he looked down. I don't know what. And you heard what Trump said? Trump said, South Africa is where that is. Did y'all hear that? Hold on. You probably did. You probably missed that part right there. He started looking down, acting like, you know, like when you ask somebody for some money, you ask somebody for $1, and they be like, oh man, huh? I ain't got it. Why you way up here? Ain't nobody keeping no money up here. Let me see. I got like I think I got like $3 in my pocket, but let me see. This dude was faking like hell. I don't know where that is, Mr. President. Let me see. And then Trump was like, it was South Africa is where it is. Watch this. Yeah, I missed that part right here. Watch. Look at Trump.
Okay. I mean, it's in South Africa. That's where.
We need to find out.
Hey, look at his face. Look at his face. Yo, y'all see his face? He looking down like, God dang. We didn't know they would play that. Wow. You got me, Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump. You got me. I don't know where that is. Huh? Let me think. He said it's in South Africa. Crazy, man. Crazy. Why is he looking around like he's trying to find where it is? Right in the side. It's not in the White House. This dude is looking around like, I don't know what that is. Is it? You know where it is. It's in South Africa. And all Trump, the reason why Trump showed this, Trump wasn't showing this to be an asshole. He really wasn't. What he was saying was, you guys did this. You guys allowed this to happen. And then it wasn't in this video, but Trump said, you guys were singing, Kill the Boer kill the white man. You was singing that and chanting that in an arena that could fill probably 100,000 people. And everybody in there was just singing and dancing, talking about unalive the boy, unalive the white person. And y'all singing that. Trump said, why isn't that guy arrested? He's clearly a terrorist, singing about unaliving your people. What are you all doing to address this? And this dude like, I didn't know. You knew. You know you knew. You knew. You're a liar. Pants on fire. Yeah, his pants is definitely on fire. Lie, pants on damn fire. That's what it is. Hey, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate it, MMHRN. Thank you. Thank you, 1320 Bushido. When he said bring out the TV, I was like, oh, sookie now. I was like, oh, sookie now. Sookie now. Keep up the great work, Van. Thank you, Wyok 1920. Appreciate you. And thank you, 1320 Bushido. I appreciate you, brother. Living life loving. Nice name. Behind every man is a good woman, not another man that is disrespectful to the LGBTQAI plus community. Watch him sweat during that awful. He was sweating his tail off. This dude was pulling out the pastor rag. You know when the pastor start preaching real good and he start tapping that sweat, because the Lord said, slap your neighbor and tell him who woke you up this morning. Slap your other neighbor and tell him who fed you this morning. Look behind you and slap that neighbor and tell him who provided a roof over your head. Slap the other neighbor and tell him who provided that car that got you here in the house of Jesus. In the house of Jesus. In the house of Jesus. I said in the house of Jesus. I said in the house of Jesus. He was sweating his tail off. He was nervous. And when he was laughing, I saw some of you say, why is he laughing? Why does he keep laughing? They're showing people talking about kill the boy, kill the white person. They're showing a field of white crosses that represent slain South Americans. And he's laughing. That was a nervous laugh. That's the only way he can keep himself composed. I may not know a whole lot about politics, but I'm good when it comes to people. I know how to read people a little bit. That was a nervous laugh. It was definitely a nervous laugh. I'm just saying, man. In Jesus' name. Amen. Yeah, he was sweating his tail off. Dude, he about pissed all over his argument. He like, yeah, my fam is scared every day. They're gonna get burned down. Love you back. And thank you so much for the super chat and the comment. I appreciate you. Do not come to our President Trump unprepared, period. 15 exclamation points. And that's facts. And he thought he was coming prepared. Everybody that's sitting on the couch, the sofa that's directly in front of that South African president is with him. Those are people that came with him. They supposed to have the answers. They tried to come and show themselves mighty. Like 15 people walking up in that bad boy wearing suits. They're like, yeah, we serious. We serious. And they're sitting across from JD Vance and who else was on that couch? Who else was on the couch? I believe Elon Musk was standing behind the couch and a bunch of other people. They thought that they was coming there to show themselves mighty, but they ended up being, man, bullied. I'm talking about they took it from behind with no Vaseline. I'm not going to say that again. All right. From now on, if I say bring the TV, bring the TV, or can somebody turn the lights down, understand I'm about to deep fry your Hey, turn the lights down. Somebody bring the TV. No. You had your chance. Turn the lights down. Turn off the lights. Turn them off. Y'all know Teddy Pendergrass got serious in that joint. Honestly, I got afraid myself. Whoever he was in the room with when he recorded that song, when he was all sweet at first, turn off the lights and light a candle. And I guess they didn't turn them off fast enough. He said, turn them off. Hey, you got a whole Diddy Cassie issue all over again. He beat that woman. He beat her. Back in the 70s, it was okay to beat your woman. Slap her every now and again, knock her around the kitchen. You know what I mean? She ain't fix a sandwich fast enough. When you got home from work, she ain't have your sandwich ready with your grits. The good old days. That's the good old days. Welcome to the good old days. Reminds me of how I deal with my teens when they lie. I get all the receipts. Give them a chance to come clean. Then I bring the receipts. I'm super calm. Super calmly bring all the receipts. Like, so did you go to school today? You went to school today? How was it? It was all right. All right. All right. You had a good time in class today? Because you did say you went to school today, right? Okay. Somebody bringing that TV. Hold on. You okay? You okay? Sit down. It's okay. You said you was at school today. It's all right. Turn on the lights. Bring the TV in here, please. Come on, somebody bring the TV in here. All right. Cut that on right there. Oh, is that my kid hanging out in front of the liquor store? Drinking a beer, smoking a cigarette with his friends, freestyling against your friends. That's you rapping. That's you with bars, huh? You got bars? Let me hear the bars, huh? It looked like you got bars looking at that videotape right there. Let me hear the bars. What was you rapping about? No, you see the timestamp? That timestamp say 10 a.m. You supposed to be in second period in 10 a.m. But you in front of the damn liquor store, acting a fool, drinking a beer, freestyling against your friends. Oh, no, I gave you a chance. I asked you. I thought that I thought you loved me enough to tell me the truth. But you lied to my face. And now we had to bring out footage. That's what he did to the South African president. I'm gonna give you a chance, bro. You got bars now. Then give me a bar too. Come on. Boom. I'm a bebop for you. I'm gonna give you a beat. Boom. We the fat boys all of a sudden, huh? Go way back in the day. They'd be like, who's the fat boys? Who the hell is the fat boys? Fat boys are back. You since you want to be a rapper. All right, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just ridiculous. But he tried to give him a chance. He messed that all the way up. All the way up. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. President. You said that y'all not doing nothing to the South Africans. Huh? Hold on. Don't worry about me. You said y'all ain't do nothing to South Africans, right? Okay. Somebody cut off the lights. Bring that TV up in here. Hit it. Go ahead, hit play. This about be good. Like, was that South Africa? This dude started lying and didn't even know how to lie and started sweating and nervous, laughing and everything. Man, why didn't you guys tell me that he had footage? No, you get back to Africa yourself. You're not getting on my plane. You're supposed to give me that information. You did not. You get back yourself. Get your own Uber. Get your own Uber. You're not getting on my South African plane. You're supposed to told me that he had footage. When he said cut off the lights, you were just looking at me and you knew what he was about to show us and you did not save him. Somebody should have jumped up and kicked down the TV and we should have left. We should have left, ran out of there right away. Right away. Okay, Van, you tripping today, brother. You are tripping. He made them people get their own Uber. He made them people get their own Uber back to South Africa because they didn't get in front of it. Get your own Uber. Get your own Uber. Make your own way back to Africa because you did not help me. I was by myself in that. You guys didn't say nothing. You didn't add a team. The only person going back to Wakanda is me. Y'all get your own Uber back to Wakanda. Wakanda forever. And then he disappeared. We haven't seen him. He did like this. After, y'all didn't see that part. There's a tape out there where the South African president stood up and said Wakanda forever and disappeared. I promise you. Why would I lie? Why would I lie? Why would I lie? Y'all know somebody lying when they get their voices get high. Why would I lie? Why would I lie? This dude went back to Wakanda by himself. Said, I'll be damned if y'all gonna let Trump make me look like that. He embarrassed us. Okay. President Trump schlonged that fool. That sounds nasty. And I don't want to be schlonged, so I'm just take that. He got schlonged. He got schlonged. Okay. Let's go ahead to other news. We got some other things that happened other than this. Let me see. Let me see here. All right. In other news, we have let me see here. Not that one. I don't want to cover that story. Ron DeSantis is to crack down on swatting. Apparently, Ron DeSantis is cracking down on swatting. Yeah, this just now happened. I'll read y'all exactly what's going on with it in a moment. Let me go ahead and play this video for you guys, and we'll get back to it. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Your house for no reason, you don't know that it's police. You could then do something. So it creates a really, really serious risk for public safety. It creates a risk of life and limb. And we have had—
This is so low. I apologize, guys. This video is low as hell. Why is this video so low? Come on, we need another one. Excuse me 1 second, guys. I need to go blow my nose. I'll be right back. Turn off the lights. Turn them off. And light a candle. Tonight I'm in a romantic mood. Turn off the light and come to me. Dum 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 dum. All right. I'm not going to mute and forget. I know I do that often, guys. That actually hurt my feelings, D Gunner. That actually hurt my feelings. I cannot believe you said that. You see this? I do this so often. I mess up sometimes, man. People mess up. You know what I mean? People mess up. I apologize. I know there's been times where I've muted and most times I try to mute myself to be considerate of you all so that you won't hear me blowing my daggone nose and his snot going all over the microphone and the camera and the lights and everything. But sometimes that happens. So I try to be considerate and turn away, mute my mic, and then go ahead and play whatever we're playing. And then when I come back, y'all like, Van, we don't hear nothing. We don't hear you. What's going on? Hey, Van. Hey, cut on your microphone, bro. Look at the chat. He not paying attention to the chat. Look at him, just looking foolish, just talking. He don't even know that we can't hear him. Just looking stupid as hell, huh? He running his mouth. We don't hear nothing. Hey, Van, we don't hear you. You look stupid. Hey, Van, unmute your mic. Somebody go up there. Hey, B, can you please go up there, please, and tell him the tree beard to pop up and be like, Van, unmute your mic, friend. Unmute your mic. He said in Ireland voice, though. I don't know how to speak Irish, but he'll say it in an Irish voice. And he'll let me know. Or B will pull up with her black girl attitude. You need to unmute your mic because in her black girl voice. I'm literally laughing. LOL with Stern, turn him off. Teddy P, turn him off. And talk to me. All right. My wife is not plotting my demise. That's my baby. What you talking about? All creators do it. I'm glad all creators do it. All right, so let's get back to this story right here, guys. All right, so what happened was, and y'all might have to turn your microphones up just a little bit because this recording is trash. This recording, let me see if I can try and find a better recording because this one right here is trash. Let me see. I'm gonna find a better recording. When I'm listening to it by myself, it's fine. When I'm playing it for you all, it's like, whoa, this is really low. And I don't really have, I'm not on OBS, I'm on StreamYard, and I'm coming through a Rodecaster Pro. And if you're a content creator, I will say consider doing your content through StreamYard, okay? You don't have as many controls as you would on OBS, but the files are much smaller. And when you're done with your recordings, the files aren't saved to your computer. The files are saved to the cloud of StreamYard, and you can pull them down as you will, as you wish. You know what I mean? So, and they're very small files. But it doesn't allow you to turn this up and turn that up and control the volume as much as you possibly want, as much as you want to. All right. So when I come across video that I want to share with you all, sometimes it's not as my hair's all over the daggone place, bro. Look at this woolly mammoth. Look at this hair, bro. Yeah, my hair all over the daggone place. Oh man. I look like I make a mean curry chicken, don't I? I look like I know how to cook some jerk chicken, jerk goat. What the bumbleclad. All right, so Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis. Let me read this story to you guys. All right. So Florida Governor Ron DeSantis held a press conference at Winter Haven Senior High School on May 21st, 2025 to sign 3 bills into law focusing on public safety and health policy issues. The legislation signed was DeSantis signed an HB 279, just in case you need to look that up, HB 279. What this does is it increases penalties for swatting by introducing felony charges for fake reports to law enforcement intended to harass, emphasizing that such actions target political opponents and waste resources. Among the bills signed was one banning fluoride in public water supplies, aligning with DeSantis' stance against forced medication, as he discussed on Fox News during the event, highlighting Florida's efforts to protect individual choice. DeSantis addressed ongoing scrutiny over the Hope Florida program, a nonprofit led by First Lady Casey DeSantis, wifey, calling criticisms and investigations into its funding a manufactured political operation. He reaffirmed his commitment to the program, which connects Floridians with job opportunities. During the event, DeSantis expressed hope that the Florida legislature would produce a budget, while also reiterating his support for a balanced budget amendment, congressional term limits, and state-led immigration enforcement efforts, including property tax cuts. All right, so that's what happened in that right there. So I ain't even got to play that for y'all. Also, in other news, let me see here. Trump honors the Florida Gators at the White House. So that actually happened. So Trump honors the Florida Gators. Here he is right here in a video that I believe the volume is much better in this one right here. I pulled this up for you guys. And thank you so much for hanging out with me, man. I really appreciate it. I don't take that lightly at all. Even if it's for a minute, you know what I mean? Even if it's but for a minute that you hang out with me, I really appreciate it. Here's Trump right here honoring the Florida Gators.
And you're a beautiful looking guy. No, it's really to be that tall. I think it's great. Come on up. It's good. How is he a good player?
Getting there.
Huh?
Getting there.
What a big advantage, huh? 7 minutes. And you're a beautiful looking guy. No, it's really to be that tall. I think it's great. Come on up.
He said, man, you're a good looking guy.
It's good. How is
Shout out to Trump for always showing love to people, man. Well, except for Rosie O'Donnell. All right, so this is what happened. President Donald Trump hosted the 2025 NCAA basketball champion Florida Gators at the White House on May 21st, 2025 to celebrate their national championship win, praising their resilience in a thrilling 65-63 victory over Houston in the title game. Hey, guys, if y'all not watching the NBA playoffs or finals, make sure y'all get into it. They are already exciting. I'm talking about OKC on the West against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Exciting basketball over there, but the East Coast, holy moly. If y'all did not see the New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers, man, shout out to Tyrese Halliburton. That brother is turning up. All right, so Trump highlighted the Gators' ability to rally from behind, noting their 4 come-from-behind wins in 6 March Madness games, including the final where they trailed by 12 points but led for only 64 seconds, securing the win with Elijah Martin's crucial free throw with 46.5 seconds left. Trump praised the team's grit, specifically mentioning Elijah Martin and Coach Todd Golden, whom he called great and young, jokingly saying he'd like to be Golden's agent. The Gators presented Trump with an autographed basketball and a number 47 jersey with his name. That's dope. The event was attended by Florida Senators Rick Scott and Ashley Moody, other Florida House members, and former Florida football star Tim Tebow, whom Trump lauded as maybe the best ever college player despite the NFL stint with the New York Jets. Trump noted Florida's unique achievement as the only NCAA Division I school with 3 national titles in both basketball and football. That's basketball in 2006, 2007, and 2025, and football in 1996, 2006, and 2008, emphasizing the program's historic success. All right, so there's one other story that I want to discuss with you guys real quick that I really didn't want to discuss, but I have to. There was tragedy in DC. All right, there was a tragedy in DC. Not sure if you guys have heard about it or not, but people are ignorant. They claim to be fighting for something righteous, but all they're doing is constantly fueling, inflaming the fire. All right. Someone went inside of an Israel embassy and started shooting. And these two young people who are Jews, who are Jewish, died. Here's their picture right here. And this is sad, bro. This is very sad, man. This is very sad. And then when the police caught him, the shooter started yelling, "Free Palestine." So you have these two individuals inside of an Israel embassy in Washington, D.C., supposed to be protected, supposed to be secure. Someone walks up in there, and how would they know that somebody would come in there with a gun and start shooting? Most times this is what happens, man. You don't know that somebody's going to try to terrorize an event or a place. You don't know when these things are going to happen. But I'm sure a lot of you who understand Israel and all the things that are going on that side of the world, that this could get extremely bad, very bad, very quickly. All right. Here's a bit of commentary that comes from this post. I'm just giving you a bit more information. So this is Yaron and Sarah. Apparently they were friends and colleagues. They were in the prime of their lives. This evening, a terrorist shot and killed them as they exited an event at the Capitol Jewish Museum in D.C. The entire embassy staff is heartbroken and devastated by their unaliving. No words can express the depth of our grief and horror at this devastating loss. Our hearts are with their families, and the embassy will be by their side during this terrible time. So JD Vance actually posted about this as well. He says, my heart breaks for Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lachinsky, who were murdered last night at the Capitol Jewish Museum. Anti-Semitic violence has no place in the United States. We're praying for their families and all of our friends at the Israel embassy, where the two victims worked. Completely, man, these people were just now starting, just starting their lives, man. Just starting their lives. Look at them. Just starting their lives, man. This sucks. This is horrible, bro. Like, something good could have come from them. Like, they probably didn't even start families yet. Yeah, this sucks. This is horrible. This is horrible, bro. This is horrible. All right, let me see if anybody else of note. All right, so here's the guy who did it. Here's the guy who did it right here. This is the dude just sitting out there chilling, waiting for his fate, believing that he did a great thing. Don't even look like he care. And two lives are lost. Two families are crushed right now. Two complete, like, you got their blood families. And they're saying that he was going to propose to her. Holy crap, man. Is that true, Emma T? Is that true? He was going to propose to her? Wow. 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 Wow, that sucks, man. That's horrible. Wow, man, that sucks. That makes it even more upsetting for me, man. Senator Marco Rubio, he has words on it as well. He says, we condemn in the strongest possible terms the murder of two staff members from the Embassy of Israel in Washington, D.C. Our prayers are with their loved ones. This was a brazen act of cowardly anti-Semitic violence. Make no mistake, we will track down those responsible and bring them to justice. Marco, that already happened, bro. They already got him. They already got him. Here's the scene from Wow. It's terrible, bro. We got something from President Trump as well. He said these horrible DC killings, based obviously on anti-Semitism, must end now. Hatred and radicalism have no place in the USA. Condolences to the families of the victims. So sad that such things as this can happen. God bless you all. Yeah. Terrible. Okay. I gotta end us on a better note than that. Let me give y'all something else, man. Let me give y'all something else because I don't like this at all. Not one bit. Who the hell is Bucci? I don't know who Bucci is. Who's Bucci? Let's see him. Okay. So apparently Tom Massey has some words about the big beautiful bill. This isn't what I want to end off with. F that. Let me see. Hakeem Jefferies. Yeah, let's end with some Timur Obama. Okay. Let's end with some Timur Obama. And thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. 1320 Bushido. Were they even Jewish? They got killed for their place. They got killed for their place of employment. I don't know. They are saying that they were Jewish. That's what they're saying. I don't know if they were targeted because they were Jewish. I don't know if they were targeted because of their place of work. But the guy that apparently did the shooting was screaming "Free Palestine" afterwards, and he seemed a bit satisfied. I think he just, hey, I ain't do nothing. Here, take the gun is down there. Leave me alone. I'm good. 3 hots in a cot. Okay. Make sure my eggs are fried hard. Make sure the taxpayers take care of me for the next 20 years. And he probably even get off. I didn't do that. I'm crazy. Manic depressive. Whatever the case may be. I'm bipolar. What else? What else can my lawyer say that can get me off of this? Yeah, I know how this is, man. People play the system so damn good, man. Hakeem Jefferies. Timu Obama. Shout out to Timu Obama. Yeah, discount Obama. Discount Obama. Discount Obama. Discount Obama. Discount Obama. Half price off. Discount Obama. Discount Obama. The team discount Obama. Discount Obama. Shout out to Discount Obama, who always pull up and say something silly. Let's see what he has to say today, man. Let's see what this brother has to say.
And under current law, undocumented immigrants are already ineligible for Medicaid, the ACA exchanges, and for SNAP benefits. Not a single undocumented immigrant in this country gets a dime in federal taxpayer dollars for any part of comprehensive Medicaid coverage. Not one. And so when we're talking about nearly 14 million people who are going to be thrown off their health insurance, millions of others who are going to be jammed up by this aggressive cut to SNAP, the largest cut to food assistance in American history, we're talking about American children. We're talking about everyday Americans. We're talking about Americans with disabilities. And when it comes to nutritional assistance, we're talking about veterans who have served this country. sacrificed, risked it all. And they're going to lose access to the food assistance they need to live a life of dignity and respect. Those are the facts. That's why we're fighting hard to stop this GOP tax scam that will hurt everyday Americans dead in its tracks.
All right, so here it is. He said not a single undocumented immigrant in this country gets a dime in federal taxpayer dollars for any part of comprehensive Medicaid coverage. Politicians need to be held accountable for outright lying to Americans. We've all had enough. Timu Obama, brother. All right, so here's what Doge AI says. Read y'all what Doge AI says. This is an immediate fact check. It says Jeffries' statement dances around the truth. While federal Medicaid funds can't directly cover undocumented immigrants for comprehensive care, states like California, New York, and Illinois use state taxpayer dollars to fund full Medicaid benefits for this population, costing billions. So that was a lie. That was an outright lie. Emergency Medicaid already drains $7 billion annually in federal state funds for labor, delivery, and ER care. The real scam, politicians pretend state funding isn't still taxpayer money. Every dollar spent on non-citizen healthcare is stolen from veterans. Every dollar spent on non-citizen healthcare is stolen from veterans. Border security and crumbling infrastructure. Time to pass the no federal funding for illegal acts and in these shell games. He's a liar. States are diverting federal Medicaid dollars to illegals. Blah, blah, blah. Friggin' blah. Let me see. Well, what this got to do with Diddy? Diddy said that that Timo Obama was, Hakeem Jefferies was always at the crib partying. He had his own bottle of baby oil with his name on it. I'm sorry, that one says Jeffries. Give me that one back. Huh? That's his. Already laced with the good stuff. At the end of the day, man, he has a job to do. I'm not surprised that he says anything that he says. He's good at what he does. He's good at what he does. Shout out to Timo Obama for just repping your squad the way you're supposed to.
We don't need to send paid protesters.
I was one of the paid protesters at the April 5th liberal protests.
There's anti-Trump protests taking place across the country today.
Democrats are sending paid protesters. We don't need to send paid protesters.
How much you get an hour? 25, right?
We don't need to send paid protesters.
Yeah, I get paid to be out here. You get paid to be out here? Yeah. Amazing. Just some past.
You really are getting paid for this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. 100% I'm getting paid for this.
We don't need to send paid protesters.
I got paid $100 for going to the protest, and then I got paid an extra $10 for bringing the sign.
The American people are with us.
And look at the approved number, just 21%. Oh my goodness gracious, you just can't get worse than these numbers.
Yep. Lies on top of lies on top of lies. Let me see here. That bass scale was groovy. You know what I mean? I play a little bit of air bass from time to time. I'm talking about. Thank you so much, 1320. The big beautiful bill passed. No tax on overtime, and I work a lot of OT. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Go get your monions. Go get your money, fam. Go get your money. And make sure you're doing the right thing with your money, not spending on OnlyFans. Thank you, brother. Are we going to talk about the Diddy trial? in another one, not in the morning joint, but we're going to talk about the Diddy trial at the nighttime show. What's the day? It's day Thursday? Day Thursday. So tonight with my panel, we'll be talking about the Diddy trial. Other than that, guys, that's all I have for the day. Thank y'all so much for being a part of the Morning Vantage episode 29. If I offended any of you, good. Also, if there's any content creators that are a part of my chat and you're looking for a team to be behind you, you looking for somebody to edit, do your thumbnails, upload your videos, and you want some one-on-one coaching from somebody who has done this for a minute, make sure you reach out to me with the word VIP, acronym VIP, term VIP, and we can discuss that. Other than that, anybody else that's looking to get into content creation, or you're a content creator and you're stuck, check out my YouTube course. Very first link inside of my descriptions under my YouTube video. Make sure you check it out, and you can join our private Facebook group and our morning and evening group calls 2 to 3 days out of the week. Love y'all, man. Thank you for hanging out with me. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. I appreciate all your participation. All of my blues, my moderators, thank you so much for always being here for me and holding the fort down inside the chat. I really appreciate it, and letting people know to like the video and send them to all of my links and all of that. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Treebeard, thank you for all the production you do behind the scenes. And for everybody who submitted a super chat, went above and beyond and dug in your pockets, thank you. It means a lot. It really does. All right. Y'all have an amazing day, and make sure you continue to give God all praise, glory, and honor just for his grace and his mercy, because it's more than sufficient. Love you. See you next time. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.